Shalom. Truth giving all praise to your help. Shalom to the hopefully elect out there. Anyway, fair use, fair use. There's a video that I'm gonna show a clip from, a clip or two. Crossover Church, Contenders Conference, Desmond Ingram, who are the Black Hebrew Israelites. He speaks about IUIC, Sakari, ISUBK, GMS, and others that came out of One West, mainly the One West schools. And I'm showing this clip so I can analyze, scrutinize, and all the other ISIS. So this is fair use, fair use, fair use. He has me speaking, didn't ask for permission, so I have to defend what he said about myself and Israel, the One Westers. And the truth came out of One West. You know, this thing started at One West 125th Street, Abba, the 3, Marshall, Yaquab, then you had 7, then you had us coming down. We came out of them. And this is a worldwide belief now. This Israelite thing, One West thing, has gone global. GMS is going global back in 2009. So let me just let you listen. The name of this, I'm going to entitle this video, GMS is known for the gRape doctrine, Revelation 2, verses 18 and 19. And we're not, well, they made it known. They cherry picked something. Show me one video that I did in the last year that I spoke about the gRape doctrine. So that's our claim to fame. That's all we speak about. We don't speak about nothing else, which is BS. That's why Yahweh by Hashem Shai, it will destroy all these Christians in America. They will wind up in the lake of fire. Every Christian, that's a topic right there. For Apostle Ryan Lab, Apostle Gabar, any of the elders, bishops, or whatever, all Christians will wind up in the lake of fire. All Christians will wind up in the lake of fire. Oh, another thing about this guy, comments are turned off. Why is that? Why is that? Won't you have some open dialogue? Now, you go to any of my videos, any of the men of GMS, for that matter, IUIC, ICPK, Sakari, any of the other former One Westers, when they do videos, they leave the comment section wide open. So what is this guy running from? Okay, so now let me let you listen. Then I'll say a few words. I'm not gonna make this long.
This is GMS. Great millstone. See, they so crazy, they don't even have a logo. So I had a problem.
What does it say in the scriptures? We need a logo. We just put up videos. You find the videos, you're led by the Spirit. There's got to be a scripture. Thou must put up a logo when you make videos. Okay? They're so crazy, they don't even have a logo. But you found us for some reason. You found us.
You got a logo. But this is Tahar. He's the leader. Some of them in GMS believe that he's Apostle Paul reincarnated. You see that reincarnation thing? GMS is a camp that was founded by a man named Tahar.
Okay, you see that reincarnation thing. Does he know that reincarnation? And this is the reason why he didn't open up his comment section, okay? Because I would have questioned him on the reincarnation thing. See, there's no Christian out there that will believe that reincarnation is spoken about in the Bible, is biblical concept, whatever you want to say, however you want to say it. Reincarnation is biblical. And there's many examples of reincarnation in the scriptures. But what Christians do is they go by what was taught to them. The standard Christian belief, there's a heaven and there's a hell. And really, if you want to get deep, American Christianity, which I call among Negroes is plantation Christianity. He's a this guy is a plant. I would call him a plantation Christian. When Christianity came over here to America, that was during the time of the Renaissance. The Renaissance, Christopher Columbus, this whole thing came out of Spain. When you go to Revelation 20, and it tells you about the serpent, the devil, the beast, the snake, coming out of what is it? Damn, the pit. That what part of the pit did they come from? The pit is Europe. The pit that they came out of was Spain. That's where the Most High put the devil put his spirit on the Spaniards. The rebirth came from the Spaniards.
GMS is not organized as IUIC or appealing as Sakari. Now remember, Alazar, the really Hebrew, he comes from GMS. They say GMS says in the video, man, that brother was so wild, we had to kick him up.
It wasn't that he was wild. He had a bumping heads with the leader of the camp that he was in. That's what it was all about. So he was kind of kicked out, then he was let back in, then he kind of left. It was like a back and forth thing. I mean, we still talk. We still talk to Sakari. We still communicate. But the spirits on him, the spirit jumped on him to open up another camp, to appeal to really the hip hop crowd, the young boys. Can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. So Sakari's pushing out that word. People are learning that the Israelites, based upon Sakari, UIC, ICPK, GMS, HOD, and all the other groups, LOI, HOI. All right. But they all stem from we all stem from one West, all right? So like I said, it says the street corners, nevertheless, GMS popular on the street corners. GMS is known for their GRape doctrine. I'm not going to say the word outright. GRape doctrine. I'll put the G in front of it. Like I said, show me a video that I did inside of 1 year since, I don't know, January of 2022 up until now, February of 2023, where I did one video focusing on the GRape doctrine. Now you might say, well, the 20 minutes into this video, you mentioned it. Well, that's not our whole doctrine, but which is not our doctrine, it's the Most High's doctrine. And if you watch the discussion with Brother Polite, we explained it. We explained what it meant. But then again, you go back to these Christians, and the biggest part of Christianity is emotions. They're caught up in their emotions. They don't say, well, let me look and see what these guys are really saying. Okay. I watched this video with Tahar and he said this, and then he went to the scripture. Let me go to that scripture. Oh, he's right. If you stop and thought and use your head for something other than a hat rack, you would come to the conclusion that we have the truth. And then you would say, I hope I'm an Israelite. So, and they're losing big. The Christians are taking L's all the time. They're always taking L's from the Israelites. They don't know the scriptures like we know it. They don't know how to go into the Hebrew. They don't know geography. Christians are just gone. They're weak.
Nevertheless, GMS is popular on the street corners. GMS is known for their GRape doctrine.
Yeah, because you guys focused on that. Just like the so-called white man They'll say, all these guys do is call a white man the devil. Go to any of my videos for the last year. How many times did I do a video dedicated to the white man being the devil? I might have mentioned it. We talk about a lot of things. We go into prophecies.
Now, what if someone is overwhelmed by the Brother Polite once again, by the way? It's like God just set him up just to do this, like ask me wild questions. Spirit of the Most High God, and he reads his scripture, and he.
Oh, so he's going and he's mad, and he even called the Bloods and the Crips on us because we teach this gRape thing. But guess what? He's charged currently in the Florida, Dade County, Florida court for graping a girl underage. Ain't that ironic? Is that ironic or what?
He take your daughter and he just raped your daughter. What do you say to that?
Well, he would be going off, and if he gets caught by the cops, he's gonna get locked. He gonna be where you're at, going back and forth to court. You can't do that in this society. You can't kill a Mo in this society. You know, if that's the case and we're just following the Bible, then you would be going out, okay, today we're gonna go out and kill some Mo's. And then when the cops arrest you and charge you and you're on the news, you come out and read the scriptures. You cannot deal with the laws of the Most High, well, some of the laws, but this country allows you, it sets it up where you're not allowed to act on the laws. You know, if a man and two men get into a fight, the woman gets involved, the woman's protecting her husband, and he grabs the other man, she grabs the other man's, nutsack, injures him. You know what the penalty is? Her hands get chopped off. Can you imagine the Israelite group doing that? You see a woman with no hands, and it comes out that they had a council and they said, we're going to chop her hands off. They'll say these people are crazy. This is a demonic cult. Do you think you can really do that? Huh? Oh, the scriptures speak about, the laws speak about owning slaves and how you're supposed to treat your slaves. Let's say we just started enslaving white people, and white people that want to be slaves. Here I got a mansion, right? And I got white people, butlers and chefs and maids, and they're working and they're living in a shack a shack outside of my mansion. Can you imagine the so-called white authorities? They'll say this is a demonic cult. Do you know that they actually put white people in slavery and they justify it by going into the laws? We couldn't do none of that. And the same goes with the gRape doctrine. Brother Police asked a question and we gave him an answer, and he got emotional, just like all you Christians. The biggest, I'm not going to say asset, but the biggest, how can I say? I'll say thing. The biggest thing that they have going for them is emotion. Christians get caught up in emotion. That's why, and this is played out back in the day. 4 in the morning, you would see some, guys like, what's his name, Peter Popoff. I don't even know if he's still alive, but you have these Christian evangelists, TV evangelists, television evangelists, whatever you call them. It was popular back when I was a kid, where it would be a big arena with maybe 50,000 people in it. And he's got people lined up in wheelchairs and walkers, and they're blind. And he taps them on the head and they fall back and they heal. Oh, I can see now. Oh, I can do this. I've never seen one of them take somebody with a withered hand, which Howard Shai did, because you can always fake that you're blind. You can wear some dark glasses, have a cane and a damn walking a guide dog, and all of a sudden the pastor touch you on the forehead and take it. Oh, I can see now. Thank God. Thank Jesus. but you never seen somebody with a withered hand that the man touched the hand and the hand went back to normal. You never see that. But see, Christians are stupid and simple and basic people and full of emotions. They get all emotional. They don't show that too much because people are more sophisticated. They know it's bullshit. There was a movie put out starring Steve Martin. He played a preacher, like a televangelist, and part of his ministry, which is an excellent movie. All right, kudos to Steve Martin. That was an excellent movie. It was like semi. It was a drama. It was like semi. He was a comedian, but he played a dramatic role, and it was about this evangelist that healed people. I'm not going to tell you the whole movie, but that's based upon these televangelists. You know, the Benny Hinn's and the like I said, the Peter Popoffs. They're not as popular now because people are more sophisticated, and many people are leaving Christianity. While you trying to get on us, you know, about we're going off and we're doing this, many Christians are leaving Christianity, and I'm going to prove that. So this guy played on the emotions of these stupid people out here, and Christians are basically stupid. All right. The only ones that have some intelligence are the ones that you know went to a theological seminary. You know, like Vocab. Vocab's not a stupid guy. You know. Let me do this. Oh, I'm doing this here. This is I just found out about this. I'm doing more research on this. Now what is it called? Vibranium? Is it vibranium? In the movie the Black Panther. Well, vibranium, if I'm saying it right, is actually iridium. It's the hardest steel or metal, or the second hardest metal known to man. Let me see. Let me read this. I'm just doing a little side thing. As difficult to work with as it is rare, iridium is found in large quantities in Haiti's southeast, which has also in Africa too, which has the second largest reserves in the world. I think South Africa is number one. This metal is today worth more than gold and Bitcoin. Its resistance to high temperatures and corrosion makes it almost indispensable. So the best, you know, spark plug for a car is a vibranium. You know, you can drive the car for 25 years. Like at one time, you had plugs where you have to change your plugs maybe once a year, maybe once every 2 years or whatever. Then they had you get the platinum, more money, but platinums are guaranteed them to go at 5 years, 10 years, or whatever. Well, vibranium, vibranium, iridium, it could go for maybe 25, 30 years, or maybe forever. It says it is resistant to high temperatures, and corrosion makes it almost indispensable in the manufacture of aircraft engines and deep water pipelines, because water breaks down metals. This is almost, you can't break this metal down. It's hard to break this metal down. Aircraft engine parts. So these jets last longer. You don't have to redo the engine. Does Haiti have one of the largest stores of iridium? So I got to do more research on that. And this is why there's so much interest in Haiti. They found gold in Haiti. They found, seemed like anywhere Jake settled, there's, you know, they're rich in mineral resources. It says, why is the EU sending police to Haiti? Let me look this up. Let me look this up. And I'm gonna get back into the subject. Ed Common, oil, gold, and mineral resources like iridium, like the movie Avatar. They went to this other planet to get unattainium. So really, the people in the actual beings in the Avatar movie are really, you know, Israelites, and they had certain characters that kind of act and look like Gadites. Okay, would explain why the post-earthquake occupation, right, of 2010, invasions has taken place in Haiti by the UN and US forces primarily. What is the reason? The EU is now also sending police to Port-au-Prince. This article is translated from French. Translation might not be 100% correct. Okay, it says here, right here, Haiti's oil, gold, and vibranium resources explains the post earthquake, which is this story right here. But they're not going to help the people, even dirt poor. Haiti, $20 billion untouched mineral wealth is help to help the country. Haiti has the world's second largest iridium deposits. The oil and gold in Haiti here is proof. Caracol near Haiti. Haiti has the largest, world's second largest. I read that. So, you know, I got to get more into this. And they say it was a meteor that you know, landed in South Africa and one landed in Haiti. And the South Africans are full of Israelites. Okay, here it is. When was iridium discovered? Iridium was first discovered in 1803 by Smithson Tennant, a hard and silver metal. It's one of Earth's rarest metals. One common use is to form an alloy with osmium to make, I'm not going to read the rest of this. How much is iridium worth? It's worth a little bit more than gold. The price of iridium shot up dramatically between 2020 and 2021. Statista reported that the average annual price of iridium was 2,550 per ounce. The price increased. Okay, so it went up. So let's go to that. The price increase in iridium. All these things are popping up. Let me cross this out. Cross this out. And cross this out. The price increase in iridium might be explained by both the global supply shortages and its prospective use in attempting to produce green hydrogen. In 2012, there were estimates that $20 billion would it be worth of precious metals could be buried in Haitian soil. That's why you have the EU down there. You have NATO down, well, NATO, EU, the same thing. The US down there, UN troops down there for the resources. They don't care. They don't give a fuck about the people. But all that's going to stop very soon. Okay, so let me get back. Okay, let me get back over here. Okay, let me let you listen to the rest of this.
Live like you live, walk like you walk, talk like you talk. You right? Y'all live amongst each other. Yeah. Y'all live amongst each other. So what happens when one of y'all feels so overwhelmed by the Spirit of God that when you see one of each other's daughters, you just grab her up? You're gonna tell one of these brothers here, "Come on, you know the doctrine. You know how it get when you."
Absolutely not. They would go to jail. That would be stupidity.
But if it did happen, you would not allow it to happen. Why? Because you go back to the scriptures and spoke to this, bro.
In other words, in the ancient world, in our world, in the coming kingdom, if that happens, it happens. It ain't gonna happen in this side. You'd be a damn fool to make that happen. But see, his job is to stir the emotions of these dummies here. Now, when you go to what we quoted at it was the law. That's how they did it in the ancient world. Look, another law is I believe it's in Deuteronomy 21, if I'm not mistaken, is if you have a son that doesn't want to get a job, he wants to, he wants to stay in the bed, he wants to become a drunkard. That obviously he's above 12. That's when an Israelite boy becomes a man when he's 12 years old. But he doesn't want to do nothing with his life. You know what you do? The parents call the judges take him out to a field and they stone him to death. See, this is why you have a major problem. And I'm gonna put it on Jake. I'm gonna put it on you wild ass Jakes out there. You, from what I see on the news and Esau too, you Jakes are just like wild animals. You're like gremlins. Robbing, stealing, hugging, mugging. Got that from my cousin. The lifestyle that Jakes out there live, mainly the men and the women, they're like that because that law wasn't applied. See, if they were to apply that law in the US or around the world, you wouldn't have, all these stick-up kids and gangs, and this kingdom is a kingdom without order. That's in Job. This kingdom is a kingdom without order. Let me see if let me bring that up. But this is all I really need. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me see if I can bring this up. Give me a second here. Stubborn. Let's try this. Stubborn. So it comes up. If I spelled it right. If you have a daughter that's a whore, and you were a priest, the punishment was to burn her, not stone her, not chop her head off, but burn her with fire, burn her to death. That's why, the so-called Puritans, they used to burn witches. because they were consulting. They were like a hooer of the devil. You see this damn blue letter? This is the only uh, tab that moves this slow. So this is happening on their end. Okay, so okay, here it is right here. If a man have, this is the law. And now you can't apply this now, just like the gRape doctrine, you can't apply that. This guy asks us a question, we gave him an answer. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother. Now, in this society, in America, I'm not talking about other parts of the world, but in America, Israelite kids normally grow up without a father or the voice of the mother, and that when they have chastened him and beat him, will not hearken unto them. Let me jump to the point. And they shall say unto the elders of the city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton. All he does is eat all day, and a drunkard, and drinks all day. So what's the penalty for that? '21st verse, 21 and 21. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. So it was public. It says, so shalt thou put evil away from among you. So what is evil? Being lazy, sitting on your ass all day, getting drunk or getting high, and playing video games and eating big bowls of Captain Crunch or honeycombs or sugar frosted flakes. This is why you have this problem in America. Because these boys were supposed to be wiped out. And I'm not just talking about Israelite boys, I'm talking about all of them. But the cities, do this for yourself. The top 10 worst cities in America, or the top 20, guarantee you there are people. There are people. The biggest murder rate is mostly our people because they're wicked as hell. Now, in this same chapter, it speaks about when you go to war and you see a beautiful woman, you can take the woman, but there's laws to that. You just can't rape her out in the field. You got to take her home because her parents is, like General Johanna said, her hair is a mess. Her nails is a mess. That's why you got to cut her hair off. Come on, Johanna. Come on, stop it. Anyway, you took the woman, you took off the clothes of her captivity, which is of another nation, and you put on the clothes, Hebrew Israelite clothes, for lack of a better way of saying it, and you let her mourn her parents for a whole month, for 30 days, a moon cycle. And then you go into her and she becomes your wife, whether she wants to be your wife or not. So that means in some cases rape. Some of them said, well, I've been eating. I'm shoot. My parents is dead. I'm over the morning and I want to eat. He's feeding me good. So I'm gonna give it to him. Either way, the man is gonna get it. So marriage is not a two-way street. It's a one-way street. It's what the man wants, not what the woman wants. A woman is a possession. That's another thing that goes over the head of these stupid ass Christians. Anyway, I just speaking out loud, thinking out loud. Shalom.